What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over how to fight and kill the Void Intercept boss Dead Bride. Recently, I've seen a lot of people struggling with her. Even if you have beat Dead Bride, I promise the information in this video will be helpful for the bosses after. So just to start off, I want to mention that Bunny, the Descendant that almost everyone uses right now, is not very good for bosses. Her kit is basically useless for single target damage. She is amazing for clearing mobs and running through missions as fast as possible, but for bosses, I would recommend using almost anyone else. She's almost the squishiest character in the game, and her abilities don't have very much functionality against these huge bosses. With that being said, I did use Bunny for this fight, and you probably can too, but the further we get into the game, she is going to become less and less helpful against bosses. So let's head over to the Void Intercept, which you can find either here in town or on your map down here at this purple logo. Now, if we just click Dead Bride, here we can see on the left side that she does chill or ice damage. And this is important because we need to mod our descendants accordingly to this. So you can also see at the bottom that they recommend 1600 chill resistance. And I've found that this is pretty accurate and you want to shoot for that number. So now that we know that she does ice damage, we're gonna want to go into our Descendant modules. And here you can see the exact setup I used in order to beat her. But what you're really going to want to focus on here is the mod Polygenic Antibody and the corresponding antibody. So we have Cold Antibody and Polygenic Antibody. So down here in the bottom left, you can actually see your Descendant stats. And if you look here, we have 890 chill resistance and 640 all resistance. This brings us to a total of 1530 chill resistance. That is pretty close to the recommended 1600 for the boss. But if you were to look at your modules right now, you might see that they had far less stats than mine, and that is because you need to enhance these modules, and I can show you how to do that right now. So if we just open our map and look for the module master right here next to the researcher, we can actually go to him and enhance our modules. And here, if we just open the enhance module menu, you can see this screen with all the modules that are equipped. So in our case, we want to select Polygenic Antibody or Cold Antibody. Here you can level them up till we reach that recommended resistance. And this will use gold and the shards that you can get from missions and dismantling duplicate mods. So now we can go back into the Void Intercept screen and click on Dead Bride. There's one more thing we need to do before starting this fight. You can see on the left side again that she has a very weak fire resistance. So this means that you would want to use a weapon that has fire damage. And you can also see that you most definitely would not want to use a weapon with chill or toxic damage against her. So let's take a look at our weapons and see what we have. In here, we want to look for weapons with fire attack already on them. Like this machine gun I currently have equipped has 259 fire attack, and that's a good start for a weapon. But now we need to mod our weapon to increase its fire damage further. If we just go in our weapon mods, here we have two mods that can be useful for this. First is superheated gun barrel, and then second, fire enhancement. This works in basically the same way as modding your Descendant, so you will want to upgrade these to a pretty decent level. Ideally, you have a fire weapon for each of your slots, but it's not required, so I would try to at least have your primary weapon as a fire attack weapon. So now we're all ready to fight Dead Bride, and she has a few tricky mechanics I want to go over. When you get into the fight, you want to try your best to stay behind these pillars for cover and do not step in the red liquid around the map, as it will hurt you a lot. So we're just gonna fight her for a while and try to keep ourselves alive while doing damage with our new fire weapons. At some point in the fight, you will see her go immune and teleport. This means she is about to do her hardest mechanic, where she summons this huge blizzard around herself. Now, as soon as she does this, you will want to run as far away from her as you can, because this blizzard will do tons of damage to anyone caught in it. Now, if you were to have very low chill resistance, this would kill you in probably 5 seconds. But with that improved chill resistance, we're going to be able to take a few hits and escape. She may do this a few times depending on how long it takes to kill her. But if you can kill her fast enough, she'll probably only do it once. So guys, with that information, you can finish the fight, claim your loot, and keep on grinding the story. Thanks for watching, and please consider hitting that like and subscribing, and keep on grinding.